Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the bonus footage for the KSG-12, the leftover clips and odds and ends that I had that I didn't use. Over the top of which I'll be going over some of the comments left on the video and kind of giving them a response or a rebuttal, whatever is required. Or as Super Mr. Roxas says, join me as we go beyond the game and behind the comments. Or as Dead Pixels so eloquently puts it, join me next time when I'll be telling people to stop asking for BF3 guides. There were a few comments, I think, regarding Battlefield 3, although I think the majority of requests have abated now that people kind of understand my position. Not to mention the fact that I'd actually rather play COD as well. You know, that doesn't factor into it, of course. RE Powerplay says, I want the KSG just to hang up in my room. It looks so epic. I've got to say I'm inclined to agree. It is it's an attractive shotgun, and it's a nice modern design. Entirely a moot point in my case, because we're unlikely to ever see the KSG in the UK, but there you go. Tango Down 456 says, looking forward to the Weapons of Modern Warfare 3, Dead Man's Hand Edition. I'm sure Infinity Ward based it on accurate, realistic warfare, that someone can pull out a C4 as they're dying with a blast radius of a Predator missile, rather than an actual C4. Oh my, are you vexed, my brother? Come on now, Dead Man's Hand isn't that bad. I actually quite enjoy it. You know, when you're having a bad game and you get a 6-death spree, I like having that little bit of explosive revenge. You know, sometimes it happens, you'll get spawn killed in free-for-all several times in a row, and you're like, man, it's one of those games, isn't it? To be honest, I've never really died to it that often. Final Stand I dislike. I'm not a big fan of that because, I don't know, being shot by someone on the floor feels unfair. But with Dead Man's Hand, I can see the humour. Alright, Jack Pyro says, am I the only one who thought the KSG-12 was a Russian gun? I'm quite surprised to find out it's American in origin. Cool. PM9 next, definitely. Which is cool because I think it's the first Japanese gun featured in the Modern Warfare games. I'm eager to know the roots behind it. You are, of course, correct. The PM9 is next. I'm not sure whether to go more cryptic with the clues and offer. Because I don't want to make it so that, you know, people just simply cannot guess. It's tough to gauge. I think there were some people who got it wrong, some people amusingly so. But I think anybody who knows anything about firearms and is capable of using Wikipedia can work it out. And maybe that's the right level to go for. I don't know. Adam Cube 5 says, I find it mildly ironic that a futuristic shotgun is pump action. Well, there's nothing wrong with a pump action. You know, it's a reliable enough method of cycling it. Especially when you factor in like baton rounds and less than lethal ammunition. It's good to have a mechanical means rather than a gas-reliant one. With the twin-tube magazines, I think they're going for a market that would appreciate the ability to fire different types of ammunition. Quite right, 10,000 says, that looks like the shoot gun from Halo. You know, it kind of does. The Halo shotgun's not a bullpup weapon, and it's only got the single tube, but the sort of the exterior, the styling of it, yeah, they're both kind of polymer laden. Yeah, I'd say it's a fair comparison. Ginzaholic says, Xbox Ahoy playing Domination, mind fudged. Now, I know I normally play free-for-all, but every so often I'll play with, you know, some real-life buddies of mine and we'll party up, and, well, you can't play free-for-all in a party, so quite often we'll end up in Ground War or something similar, which of course has Kill Confirmed and Domination and Team Deathmatch, which is what I was doing in fact. I do generally prefer to record alone though, and free-for-all's great for that because with just 8 players you tend to get a reasonably decent connection, unlike Ground War, which can be a bit iffy at times. And, well, free-for-all's constant action, which I love. Really, my only objective is getting mad clips, so I'm not too worried about stuff like Domination or Kill Confirmed. I don't want to go for tags, I just want to kill people. A1T96 picks holes in my set dressing and asks, why is the manual in Russian if it was made in Florida? Well, I use the same intro for all of the Weapons of Modern Warfare videos, and I just so happen to have a book lying around that it's actually a manual for the Mosin Nagant. Originally, I actually wanted to kind of take it into After Effects and blank out the cover and replace it with the words Weapons of Modern Warfare. But it turns out that getting a decent 3D track is quite tricky, actually. And to be honest, to do it properly, I probably would have needed to have gone back and filmed the segment again and actually placed some markers on the book, which would have... I just thought, you know what? Never mind. It's in Russian. Nobody can read Russian. Well, yeah, apart from the Russians, of course. But they'll probably just find it cute and funny. Anyway, the basic idea behind the Weapons of Modern Warfare, the intro sequence at least, was to kind of have a contrast between the sort of the real-life book and the sort of the sackcloth and the textured shot to the transition to the digital image of the actual weapon itself. That was the concept, really. But to be fair, it was kind of a rushed concept, as it was a stopgap series. I needed something that could be produced faster than Time to Kill, and also was per weapon. And yeah, the Weapons of Modern Warfare is that series. I suppose I could redo the intro and outro, but, well, it's time better spent on producing behind the lines, really, isn't it? Alpha Cause asks, what's the point in putting an optical attachment on a shotgun when it's most useful when fired from the hip, in close proximity to your target? Well, you are right, of course. The optical attachments on the shotguns are pretty much useless. If you ever see me using them, I'm aware of the fact that they're useless, but I do use them for the actual challenges. So, yeah, if you ever see me using a red dot sight or a holographic on a shotgun, it's because I'm doing the challenge for it. And if you see me aiming, it's because you have to aim to complete the challenge. So that's why I use them, just for the sake of completeness, really. But they are pretty much useless. The Bloodless Squid asks, Stuart, could you cover the MOAB feature in Modern Warfare 3 as a Time to Kill episode? Well, I suppose I could. I'm not very good at getting MOABs. My style of play is not conducive to long streaks. That is to say, I play like an idiot. I don't know if camping for MOABs really would be that much fun. And there's not really much I can say about it other than, you know, ignore objective, camp like a Boy Scout, and yeah, just get 24 kills with Specialist or 25 without, and then you'll get a MOAB, and then you'll kill everyone, and really it's just the nuke from Modern Warfare 2, they've just changed it slightly. Boxman Company says, I miss the Black Ops weapon guides. Here they tell you the story and the origin and gun, but in Black Ops they tell you the perks and attachments that you should use. I know, I'm well aware of the latent demand for weapon guides, but I understand that I can't do pretty much anything that resembles a weapon guide. As well, let's just say Activision don't care too much for competing videos. Because, of course, I did them for Elite. I did the Elite weapon guides, and well, I was really hoping to kind of do not necessarily what I'd consider to be competing videos, but yeah, I was certainly hoping to do a per weapon series with weapon tips on my own channel. But it turns out, no, I can't do that, which is unfortunate, and well, it's just how it is. Not entirely happy with the situation, but one can't dwell on it. One has to press forward with the content that one can do, and that's precisely what one is doing. Zero Arrow echoes an earlier comment by saying, hey Stuart, if the shotgun is American, why do you have the Russian book at the beginning? Football player Alex answers in my stead by saying, because Mother Russia is great. Problem? I'm inclined to agree, actually. I'm a big fan of Soviet history and that sort of thing. It's interesting because it's a parallel culture that was at one time entirely obscured. And of course, the Modern Warfare series has a bit of a Soviet bent. I mean, COD 4 is all America versus Russia, and well, Modern Warfare 2 exactly the same. You know, Red Dawn all over again. Modern Warfare 3, oh, it's a little bit more, you know, inner circle nonsense, but it's still kind of basically Americans versus Russians. That's what it boils down to. Zephyr Bat posits that the KSG and the AA-12 are the most fun shotguns to use in MW3. I am inclined to disagree. Maybe I like my shotguns to actually be more reliable, but the KSG, at least pre-patch, was my least favourite shotgun. I remember I rued that weapon. I rued it hard whilst I was in LA. Just because it just wouldn't kill for half a damn. The AA-12 is similarly bad. Like, my favourites, the USAS-12 is probably my favourite shotgun, I think. It's got quite astonishing reach. Even pre-patch, I enjoyed it. You can just pin the trigger and just wait for it to kill something at a range. But I guess I like the striker as well. I know it's like overused / the most popular choice, but it's nice to have a shotgun that actually works, you know? We're getting short on time, so let's do some quick-fire questions. Lion Dusty asks, do you do any gaming on the PC? Have you thought about trying games like Team Fortress 2 or Counter-Strike? I do game on the PC. I've been playing Diablo 3 today. I've played a lot of Team Fortress 2 as well. I was in the beta, and around the start of its lifespan, I played maybe, I think I've got about 2 days solid racked up on it. I did play a fair amount, maybe 3 days even. Counter-Strike, less time overall, but I have played it. The Drybit says, should you really be lighting your scented candles in the munitions room? In my defence, I didn't know it was a scented candle. I just thought, oh, red candle, that'll do. I want to add some motion. Just a little bit of subtle motion in the candle flame. That'll be nice for the outro. You know, we'll get some AK magazines out there as well. You know, make it look like the book opener. And then, oh, we could blow the candle out if we wanted some movement. Yeah, that'd be nice. And then you can go black and then, yeah, that would work. Okay, let's do it. And so I did it. And now everybody mocks me for having a bloody candle. Germinator asks, Xbox Ahoy, what happened to the Homefront series? Well, I started that series with the best intentions, and then, well, I got hired by Activision, and I was, you know, busy for the next 9 months, so I didn't have time to do it. And since then, I've kind of stopped playing Homefront, so not likely to make a return, I'm afraid. Overpowered Meow Mix asks, why are your videos so short now? I beg to differ. I did a 20-minute video last week, a 30-minute video the week before. Time to Kill, that was like 12 minutes long. And then there was the Galil Guide. I do long videos still. It's just I throw some short videos into the mix. The KSG video was pretty short, but that's because the KSG has no history. Captain Insano says, ring, ring, ring. Hello, who is this? Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy. Today I'm taking a look at your long-distance service provider. What is this? I don't even... Is this a reference to something that I've missed? It must be an American commercial or something. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of the bonus footage. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall join you next week for the Uzi Black Ops Weapon Guide.